So an illegal immigrant, a communist, and a Muslim walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Oh, hello, Mr. Obama. Hey, everyone.
It's
Hey, everyone. This is that's a horrible way to. I'm gonna edit that out. I thought that would be cute, but it's not. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to. Welcome to. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Reviewer Roundtable podcast. Everyone's laughing because I had to do that 3 times. First time I started with an incredibly awful anti-Obama joke that I don't actually believe in, and then the second time I completely flub my lines. And
the joke was met with stony silence, and I assumed that was part of the joke he was expecting. So I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. I heard it the other day. Whatever.
In theory, it was funny.
In theory,
you should leave it all in just so the audience can get some context.
Oh. All right. Well, we are joined today by Cody.
Hi, it's 6 a.m. here, and if I seem tired, now you know why.
Yes, Ryan
Namaste.
and Victor.
Hello.
Hey. And this is Greg, and you'll be happy to know that we seem to have fixed Ryan's Skype stuttering problem, so you'll be able to actually understand what he's saying this time.
Yeah, we'll see if it holds out for a full hour.
Yeah.
Well, I actually technically have stuttering, so let's see if the computer can fix that.
I have a habit of making really bad Obama jokes, but anyway. So, how you guys doing?
This,
nice.
by the way, guys, listeners, is Greg's attempt to get higher energy in here, and one of us has just woken up, so bear with us. But
Yeah,
I'm doing fine. I've had a good day, very productive, and yeah, high energy for me, relatively.
Yeah, we do like to to show that we do listen to all our listeners, all 2 of you. We have taken your criticisms at heart, and the main one is we need more energy. So we're going to see if we can work on that this time. And to do that, I've created a list of topics so that the moment things slow down, we can just jump to the next one. And the first one is the Nobel Prizes. Does anyone give a crap?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's world-changing, I'm sure, and stuff like that, but at the same time, I don't expect the right people to be paying attention.
Yeah, that's. I saw
I looked at all the winners. I looked at all the winners, and it's no one I've really heard of.
Well, yeah, that's. They're all actual scientists as opposed to celebrity scientists like I don't know Richard Dawkins or something.
Well, they could at least try to spruce themselves up and look better. I'm sorry.
They could at least
Actually,
try.
I have no idea what any of them look like, so no offense, Nobel Prize winners.
But that is kind of the world we live in, where things like the Emmys get more attention than the Nobel Prizes. But, that's life. On a far more world-changing, cataclysmic subject, The Simpsons will still be on the air.
Oh, yeah. How many times have they had a full-out cancellation scare on that show, though? I'm curious. Is this the first real one, or has it been sort of there every 5 years?
I think they've had more cancellation scares than actual seasons. But
Well, I haven't watched it in I think 7 years. I've heard it's getting. I'm skeptical.
I don't know. Apparently now the Simpsons are cleared for at least 2 more seasons. I really hope this is the show that lasts like 100 seasons. It's the one show to make it to 100 seasons. It goes through like 6 generations of cast members and just keeps going and going and going and going.
Well,
But-
see, The reason not to cancel this one is cancel The Simpsons is because as soon as it gets canceled, then you have the scare of you're going to have a perpetual, ongoing scare, years and years, for when they decide to eventually remake it or do another The New Simpsons or something like that.
Well, isn't that Family Guy?
Pretty much.
We're going to get to a point where we can start our own television network of nothing but Simpsons reruns, and you wouldn't have a rerun of a rerun for at least a month.
And if you include Simpsons during the 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock space, and then beyond that just the ripoffs, you can go on for God knows how long.
At least Futurama is still funny.
Yeah.
So, let's see. In other big pop cult... Oh, you gonna say something? Were you gonna say something, Victor?
No, I was just breathing.
Oh.
Good.
Few weeks ago, we saw the passing of Steve Jobs, founder of Apple and Pixar.
I didn't know he founded Pixar.
Yeah, co-founded.
Hmm.
He was mostly the producer on the production end of this thing, not the creative end. Though Pixar actually started as I believe it started as a software company.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then just kind of it created like its first animated short as a way of testing the product, and then it just kind of exploded from there.
And that's still a great short, Luxo Jr.
It is. It's still it looks better than most things on Nickelodeon today.
Like, it puts characters on something without a face. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, with the whole Apple Mac or Mac PC, whatever that is, thing, what do we tend to go for here? I'm on Windows.
I'm on Windows. I'm on a PC.
Windows 7.
I have both,
Oh,
so I
fancy
win.
schmancy.
I know for a fact that Seth, Quantum Joker, uses a Mac. Of course, Steve Jobs stepped down from CEO a few weeks ago. It's sad, but it's not really surprised when you look at his health history. He had a liver transplant, I think, 2 years ago. He's just kind of been in poor health for a while.
There was someone else who managed to step down or retire from their job just days before they passed on, and that was, I think it was Charles Schultz or something. And I remember it striking me as very big at the time, obviously.
Yeah, he died the day the final Peanuts came out.
Oh,
Yeah, speaking of comic strip artists dying, I forget his name, but the guy who does Ziggy passed away.
oh, really?
Ziggy, the ongoing one-panel story of a man with a big nose and no pants.
No apparent knees, no apparent ears. A very minimalist man.
Yes.
So, I believe we talked, and I can't recall quite, but I believe we talked briefly about the whole Netflix Quickster thing, and this was on Greg's list here of things to talk about. But yeah, that was just what I'd call a hullabaloo.
Yeah, I think the guys behind Netflix got a really bad batch of shrooms and decided, hey, let's raise prices and split up the company. Woo! And then this is kind of the face in our hands after reaction, like, oh my god, what did we do?
I'm still
Well,
not sure what that was meant to achieve. Oh, what was that?
They sent out an email like apologizing for everything they did.
Yeah,
Except
they've
for
sent
the
out,
seen that
price
before.
increase.
well, they kind of sent an apology for that. It's like, yeah, we're sorry about the price increase, we ain't gonna change it, but we're sorry about it. Um,
I think this kind of weeded out the people who were otherwise on the edge about Netflix, and I think that became immediately apparent to the people who had the Quickster idea. It's like, oh, it looks like most of the people were really only going for the new movies we have, and they can just get that from Redbox. Crap.
I don't know. Maybe that guy who had the Quickster Twitter killed him. All I know is, as a dedicated Scrabble player, I'm saddened that Quickster may not become an official Scrabble word.
Could have thrown us a bone and put a Z in there somewhere as well.
Quizixter. How does everyone, on that note, how does everyone get their movies usually? I have a Netflix account, but I actually don't. I have a 2-disc Netflix account, but I don't actually. I buy more movies than I rent them, surprisingly. Probably not good for my budget, but.
I have a 3-disc one.
Wow. I've actually moved to 1-disc recently, just because I realized I don't generally, I don't generally need to watch 2 at a time anyway.
I just rent mine from a good old-fashioned movie hiring place, so maybe I might be left out of the loop here.
Oh,
Now, is that a... Oh, sorry, what was it?
I love brick and mortar DVD places, movie places when you can find them.
We used
Unfortunately,
to have those.
Unfortunately, you can't find them here anymore. There was a really good Hollywood Video not far from my house. I went there all the time. And for the record, back when it was Blockbuster versus Hollywood Video every single time. Fuck Blockbuster. They suck.
Blockbuster has been and remains a place where I look at new titles. I literally walk from one end of the store to the other and write down the names of movies I want to get on Netflix onto my trusty notepad and then leave. I don't think they like me at the local Blockbuster. But we used to have a proper video store over in my town too. In fact, we had 2 that were both called Video Planet, both owned by the same people, and both were gone a few years ago. That was sad because they had movies you can't even find on Netflix.
Yeah. I actually, because of my viewing habits, I do have to find a lot of really obscure or old films. I for example, I'm a huge silent film viewer. Netflix only really has the basics, the basic silent comedies and classics and all that stuff. Your Chaplins and your Keatons and all that. If I have to find something like King Vidor's The Crowd, I have to hunt down an obscure VHS or bootleg or something.
Netflix doesn't even have Ricky-O, The Story of Ricky. I was slightly surprised, but I probably shouldn't be.
I found that at a pawn shop once. That's where I got my copy. I find the weirdest films at a pawn shop. It's also where I found my copy of Deathbed, The Bed That Eats.
Really want to see that.
It's weird. It's if you've seen the Cinema Snobs review of it, it's like it really is kind of the most artistically weird monster movies you'll ever see.